NASA knows a secret about you. The U.S. government has a secret about you. The elite have a secret about you. There's a reason that black cells are literally in outer space. Your royal DNA cellular bloodline is filled with the God particle, but it lies dormant within you. Beloved, my name is Vicky Dillard. I received supernatural insight concerning your messenger DNA code from a supernatural messenger. If you're not supernatural, this isn't for you, but if it's for you, you don't want to miss my ancestral messenger DNA code activation part 2 on the most magical date of the year. Don't miss it. The link is below. Signs and wonders follow. Don't miss it. 12/12/21 is your day to ascend into your God particle.
You know, when they have these stand your ground laws in the United States, now these laws are supposed to be for everybody, right? But when every time black people stand their ground, oh, all of a sudden it's a problem. Oh, you're not going to apply the law like you apply it to them folks. Now, the family of William Marcus, he was 23 years old. He has been on an emotional roller coaster ever since June of 2020 when he turned himself in for defending himself from Haley Hutchinson. Now, the brother has been incarcerated for 18 months and counting, awaiting trial. He is claiming self-defense based on Georgia's stand your ground law. So on June 14th, 2020, this is definitely during the pandemic, the brother, he was driving, with his girlfriend in Statesboro, Georgia, which is about 60 miles northwest of Savannah. Now, the brother says he was driving, a pickup truck with 4 white people inside, including Hutchinson, were intoxicated and taunted Wilson with racial slurs, and the driver nearly drove the brother off the road. So the brother responded by firing his weapon toward the truck, killing Hutchinson. Now, they said the law is you can use deadly force when in imminent danger or you have probable cause to suspect you are in imminent danger. Now, that's James Woodall said of Georgia's Stand Your Ground law. Now, Woodall is the coordinator for a Just Georgia Coalition, a public policy associate for the Southern Center for Human Rights. He's also a president of the Georgia NAACP. Now, according to Georgia's law, rules surrounding Stand Your Ground allows a person to use deadly force to protect him or herself, others, or their property, which includes a vehicle, if they fear their life is in danger. Let's say Mark can defend himself under Georgia's law. There's a provision within Georgia's Stand Your Ground statute that says he has no duty to retreat, meaning he has no duty to de-escalate his use of force simply because there might be a opportunity for him to do so. Woodall said of Wilson's claim of Stand Your Ground. Now, on August 18th, 2020, Judge Michael Midrew denied Wilson bond for the murder charge and aggravated assault charge. Wilson is fighting for justice because it's more complicated as a squabble ensued between the state prosecutor, Judge Mildrew, and Wilson's defense attorneys. Now, in September, at an immunity from prosecution hearing on the Stand Your Ground motion, Wilson's defense lawyers claim improper communication took place between state prosecutors and Judge Mildrew. Now, Wilson's defense team wants Judge Mildrew to recuse himself from the case because of the alleged improper communication. Well, so far, no judge determined if a recusal is necessary, and since the immunity hearing was inconclusive, no judgment has been made on Wilson's Stand Your Ground motion. So look at there. They basically conspiring against our brother, the prosecutor and the judge. But in Kyle Rittenhouse case, the judge was his defense attorney. You see, black people don't get the judge to be their defense attorney. You have the prosecutor and the judge conspiring against you. Because how dare a black man defend himself from a terrorist? How dare he? Oh, no, we got to lock him up. We got to keep him without bond. Now, they continue to say there's nothing else that can be done right now because you don't have another judge assigned to the case while the recusal process is playing out. Woodall said of the ex parte communication and recusal. Now, I said, meanwhile, as Wilson's defense team battles his case within the court system, his supporters question how much his race plays into his Stand Your Ground defense. Now, I say there are 2 particular points within the statute that cause for concern when it comes to racial disparity. One is what is reasonable. Now, let's say what we struggle with is it is reasonable for a black person to defend themselves against a racist white person. They say, we don't understand why justice was so hard to come by for someone who looks different, who has brown skin. They say, we don't understand. This is how it is and how it be. Now, that's according to his sister, the brother's sister, Chelsea Burnett, who's also lamented at the November press conference the difficulty of living without her brother for a year and a half. But this is the thing. Of course, they're not going to treat a black man the same as they treat a white man in the criminal justice system. We know this. We know that it is an unwritten rule that if a black person do anything to a white person, you're going to get double and triple the time than you would have if you done it to a black person. Okay? Because they just have a thing about that. Boy, they get no matter what they do, you can't do nothing about it. You better sit there and just take it. You can't, but if you do them something and you would have shot them, right? The other way around, of course, what I mean, it's justified. Everything's justified. Like Kyle Rittenhouse. If that's the case, Kyle Rittenhouse should have went to jail, right? But no, that's justified. That's justified. Well, this is justified. He was driving down the street. You tried to run him off of the road. You called him racial slurs. He felt his life was in danger, especially with the racial slurs and trying to run him off of the road. And he stood his ground, and it was justified. I don't see a problem. It was justified. He should go home. And after that, he should get a big network interview, and then he should go on a press tour after that, and he should become famous. He should, because all he was doing was standing his ground, and it was justified. Come on now. If Kyle Rittenhouse is justified, then this brother's justified. Don't y'all think? And if he's not justified, then this is a clear-cut racism, and that judge need to go and that prosecutor need to go too, because this is straight up racism that a black man cannot stand his ground and defend himself against criminals. He should be able to go home. Why is he sitting in jail all this time? Why? He should be out on bond. The charges should be thrown out, and his record should be clean because he was justified. He didn't do nothing wrong. Nothing wrong at all. Surely all you Kyle Rittenhouse supporters would agree with me, right? Surely he did nothing wrong. He didn't bring no gun across. He didn't purchase a gun across the state line or nothing. He was right to have his gun. They didn't say he had a legal gun. So surely you would agree with me, right? I mean, come on. Let me know in the comment section. If you agree with me, let me know. I'm talking about the Kyle Rittenhouse supporters. I know you come over here and watch these videos too. Because you got to keep up with Negroes talking about. That's your job. I get it. But I want y'all to see when a black man stands his ground against white supremacist terrorism, he gets charged with murder and aggravated assault. I just want y'all to see that. But keep on pressing on the family and the supporters, and keep asking that question. He stood his ground. He was justified, and keep saying he was justified. He didn't commit no crime, but let me know in the comments. Thank you for watching, and make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel and check out the African Diaspora News Channel app in the Google Play and Apple App Store. Living in America as a black person, you recognize there is one set of laws for you and one set of laws for those, especially in the white community. In our book, Passive Aggressive Racism in the System of White Supremacy, I take you through times in my life when I first started noticing white supremacy. We teach you how to recognize it, identify it, and also counter it in our book. This book is a beginner's course for those that are just starting to wake up and open their eyes to see the system of white supremacy. As a black American person, you must understand this system, because this system is life or death to you. How you handle it, how you deal with it, it can affect your mental health if you don't understand this system. Pick up our book, Passive Aggressive Racism in the System of White Supremacy, today on Amazon.